Permits, they're always a must. That quality contractor you can always trust.
This is the Elegant Homes Podcast with your home improvement expert, Don Riley. Don gives you weekly tips on the biggest investment you'll ever make, your home. Plus, Don talks to industry's leading professionals to make your home elegant. The Elegant Homes Podcast with Don Riley is powered by Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
Welcome to Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. We are doing something brand new here at the Elegant Home Podcast. We've been doing this podcast for almost 2 years now, and we have talked to our producers and team, and it is time to go live. We are not playing around here anymore, so we got some exciting stuff. So we want to ask you, the viewer, what you're thinking with host topics, these kind of situations in the home improvement business. What are you thinking out there? What are some things that you want to hear about? What are some topics that you want to hear about when it comes to your home and home improvements? So we want to talk everything home improvements. We want to make sure that you are making your home as elegant as you can make it. So we want to hear from you, the viewer, today. So if you scroll down and just type in whatever you want to type, tell us what you want to hear, because our show is exciting, fresh, and new. When it comes to home improvements, we give you all kinds of tips, all kinds of advice on different home improvement projects, from the smallest project to the biggest project. We make sure here at the Elegant Home Podcast that you are taken care of A to Z when it comes to home improvements. So make sure you click that link and go ahead and comment on there and let us know if there's anything that we can do to satisfy you when it comes to your home. Whether you're having a wind problem with your roof, or maybe you got some shutters that have blown off, or maybe it's just as simple as an outlet cover broke on the outside of your house. Any of these small or big problems, or maybe you're going to build a patio on the back of the house or a deck. Let us know, write your comments, let us know how you want us to address these issues. Do you want to show live videos? Do you want us to go film some of these projects? Or do you want us to come to your home and teach you live and record how to fix these problems? And maybe you got a flooded basement. Maybe you woke up to a flooded basement this morning. How do I reach out to someone? How do I get this problem? My sub pump went out. What do I do to replace this sub pump and get on it efficiently? All these questions. Fill us with all your comments, all your concerns when it comes to your home right here at the Elegant Home Podcast. And like I said, we're live now. We're going live in 2023. So we're going to start doing these live videos so we can interact and interface with all of our listeners from Spotify to iHeartRadio to YouTube to TikTok. All of our listeners out there, bring us the comments. We are open the door. The floodgates are opening. I see people commenting now. It's going to happen right here at the Elegant Home Podcast. So ask us all your questions. I'm Don Riley. I am your host for the Elegant Home Podcast, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to talk all about home improvements. Stay tuned. Are you looking for that new truck, maybe that new Silverado, or maybe even that new Trail Boss? I'm telling you, those new Trail Boss look really good. You got to stop out and see my good friend Rob Marshall at Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky. Their team is bar none the best. I've bought all my vehicles for the Elegant Home Podcast right there, and I'm telling you, these guys get it done. Have you looked at their social media lately? They are shipping vehicles out the door left and right, and I'm telling you, their vehicles are top notch. I love Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky, and I'll tell you why. They treat me and the Elegant Home Podcast like family. So stop out and see Rob and the gang, and they'll take care of you. And make sure you tell them that Don Riley, and I'm going to say it again, Don Riley from the Elegant Home Podcast sent you and your family to Rob Marshall Chevrolet in Carrollton, Kentucky.
The Marshall Auto Group has grown into one of the largest dealer groups in the state of Kentucky, and we're right in your backyard. With locations in Dry Ridge, Crittenden, and Florence, we're convenient and easy to get to. Plus, we have hundreds of new and used vehicles priced to make it worth your drive. We're a family-run business, making us easy to deal with. Come see us. Marshall Dry Ridge Toyota, Marshall Chrysler Dodge, Jeep and Ram, Marshall Motors of Florence, and Marshall Power Sports. The Marshall Auto Group, easy to get to, easy to deal with.
Welcome back to Elegant Homes. I'm your host, Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. Welcome back to the podcast. We are live after 2 years of anticipation. We are going live now on Facebook. We are on Spotify. We are on Instagram. You check us out on TikTok. Of course, YouTube. Check out our really hot videos on TikTok. We're doing really well on TikTok. So make sure you check us out, Elegant Home Podcast. Like I said, we've been doing this for about 2 years now. And Tony, our producer, wanted to make sure that we're getting all this content good before we start releasing. So now we're excited. The team and I have decided to come live every week to you and talk about all this exciting home improvement stuff. We're going to have new guests coming in. We've got new sponsors. So we got some things that are really cooking here. I just want to say thank you to all the people out there who have supported the Elegant Home Podcast. We appreciate you. And we're so grateful as this thing continues to turn down the street and continues to grow and grow and grow. And we appreciate it. All good things don't come overnight. And this has taken a long time to procure this unbelievable podcast. And we're going to start going to the streets, too. We're going to start filming some of this stuff in the field, some of these home improvement projects. We're going to be doing some big projects here. We're going to film some of this. Some of this content will be on TikTok. We'll have shows that we will talk about from the actual location. So we got some cool stuff coming in 2023, and we want to be engaged with our viewers and make sure that you guys are all being educated when it comes to home improvements. One of the things I want to talk about today is inspections and permits. Today, the inspection and permit process is very, very difficult compared to what it used to be. Used to, you could go into a local municipality and actually drop a piece of paper down with a small drawing on it and get approval for proceed to build. But that doesn't happen today. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I'm building a 10 by 10 porch in Liberty Township. And you will not believe, I actually had to get an approval through Liberty Township, is our local municipality. And then I had to go to Butler County to get the second. Let me say this again, the second permit, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from me. It's in Hamilton County. So guys, this process is not easy today. Now, two things that I like about this process. I don't say I like it at all, but the things I do like about it, okay? So it means not every blow Joe home improvement contractor out there. This is a process, so they can't just go down and get a permit and do a job if they're a bad contractor. They actually have to do drawings. They have to submit the drawings. They have to go to the municipality and get the drawings approved. Well, then, if there's a second location, guess what? They got to take 3 sets of those plans and take them to the next location and get the same approval from the same person at the other location. So this makes it very, very hard for what we call fly-by-night guys to make it. Plus, I had to pay 2 fees, $36 at Liberty Township and $38 at Butler County. Guess what? So if you're a fly-by-night contractor, you're not going to go through all those headaches. You're not even going to pull a permit. And 9 times out of the 10, the homeowner's not going to hire you because you're not going to be willing to do what it takes to make this happen. So the cool thing about being a reputable contractor and being an educated contractor is you're going to know these steps, and we're going to teach you. So if you're a contractor out there right now and you're looking to go to the next level, maybe you're doing small projects right now, I'm talking to you because I want to show you these steps that you can do to build more profitability, become a bigger contractor, and of course get higher end clients. Higher end clients are what makes you a good profit in this business and grows your business. When I started out, of course, I wasn't dealing with high profile people. Now we do. We do jobs in Indian Hill, Hyde Park, some of these high end areas. We do multi-million dollar homes. So these are all the things that you think about as a high end contractor. I always say what makes me smart's knowing when I'm dumb. And so when I go out there and I take on these projects, I want to make sure that I'm always putting in the time for the proper permitting process. Now, I have, of course, my architects and my guys that draft everything for me. So, of course, I do all the preliminary measurements, and then I take it to Dale, one of my great guys who does drawings for me, or I'll take it to Stan, another gentleman who does architectural stuff for me, and he'll stamp it. So we get everything stamped and approved. But, the cool thing is, once it's all stamped and approved and you got your approvals, it's time to build. And that's the exciting part about what I love. And since I was knee high to a bucket, I just love the excitement of getting in there and just getting, down and dirty and building these projects and making them nice. And when they're finished, what an accomplishment. There's no bigger feeling in the world than taking nothing and turning it into something. And just, man, it's amazing when you step back and go, wow, I built that. This is pretty cool. So it's a big accomplishment. It's an achievement, and it sets goals and it sets standards and what I call for life. As you grow and you get better and you become more successful. And what is a success defined on? I say it's the furthest distance you'll ever travel in this life, from your heart to your head. So whatever your success is, financial, physical, emotional, whatever that is, that's your success, okay? I define this success on setting goals for myself and moving that narrative towards that goal line. So as a good coach, as a good football player, as a good athlete, you're always pacing yourself to be the best, right? So in the home improvement business, here at Elegant Home Podcast, we do the same. So today with the permitting process, like I said, it's not an easy process anymore. So these municipalities do want drawings. They do want stamp plans. So these are all things you're going to have to prepare yourself as a good contractor. Now, one of the things I want to talk about too is different townships require different guidelines. So sometimes these places might want footers dug if you're building a big structure. Some places might want, like I said, stamp plans. So there's all kinds of things you're dealing with in this business. And the nice thing, as you're putting together what I call a work packet, make sure that you make notes. I always take notes and make sure whatever municipality I'm working in, whether it's Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, some of these areas, make sure you take notes and remember what their requirements are, because as you go back to do the next project, you'll know, hey, they want 3 sets of drawings, or they want everything's stamped. So these are all things. They want a licensed electrician in this particular circumstance. Maybe it's for a sub pump or whatever it is for a basement job you're doing. So make sure you keep this in mind. Always work smarter, not harder, and it will make your life very, very efficient in the home improvement business. So hope today this makes sense. Hey, I'm so excited. We're going live now on Facebook so we can bring all this exciting content to you, the viewer. So I hope that you got a little bit out of this today. If you're a contractor, I hope you got a lot out of it. And of course, if you're a quality contractor, I know for sure that you're going to take everything that we told you and you're going to take it to heart and you're going to use it in your business, and it will make you more successful. So I'm your host, Don Riley, here at the Elegant Home Podcast. I hope everybody has a beautiful, beautiful Saturday, and keep us in mind, like I said, on Spotify, iHeartRadio. Also, keep us in mind on TikTok and watch us on YouTube. So keep listening, keep watching, and keep supporting. We really appreciate all your support here at the Elegant Home Podcast. I'm Don Riley, where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. Where we make every home elegant, one home at a time. We'll see you next time.